Fabian, thank you for taking the time to speak to me. I want to get your assessment of Brighton's season so far. Two wins, three draws, two losses. You are unbeaten in your last three league games, though. What's your take on it?
Yeah, I think like you just mentioned, the results there were some positives, but for sure also some negatives regarding the results. But overall, really try to focus on the process. We try to focus on the things we can influence. You can't always influence the result. In some moments you need a little bit like the game luck. In some moments you need the momentum. But overall, when we focus on the performances, we know that we had some really good performances. In the end, we missed a little bit the consistency in our actions, the consistency in playing like our style for 90 minutes. And you have to do it if you want to be successful to win a Premier League game. So overall, I think we showed some good stuff, but we have to improve in all the other aspects as well.
You just said playing in your own style. How would you describe your style, your brand, your philosophy of football?
I think we want to create something in possession. So we want to dominate the opponent. We want to find solutions against high pressure, against low pressure. But we also want to play out of possession with intensity. We want to create like a defense stability, and that's something we really try to work on because you can't always think offensively. You also need to have like a defense stability for keeping the clean sheet, for working hard as a team to make it difficult for the opponent to score. And another point, what's getting more and more important are set pieces. So don't underestimate the set pieces, not only offensively, also defensively. How to defend a long throw and how to defend a corner, how to defend a free kick. So every margin matters, every action matters in the Premier League, and therefore you need to be good in every phases of the game. But overall, I think our identity is try to outplay the opponent in possession, try to regain the ball back as quick as possible.
It's interesting you bring up the set pieces. I'm sure any fan of football has seen the metrics. It's been on the rise this season. Has that surprised you personally? It feels like football's almost cyclical. It used to be very set piece driven. It moved away from it. Now it's going back to being very set piece based.
I think you always see trends in football. So like you said, I think there was a period where set pieces were not that important. Now it's getting back to be one of the most important phases in the game. So I'm surprised. I'm surprised. No, I'm not surprised because I think you see the trend in the last season where some teams already started with different set pieces, with different ideas, with different methods. On top of that, you can see it in Premier League that more and more teams try to get a set piece coach in, try to get a real expert into the team. The same case is for us. So we try to get like a set piece coach in because we think we need to adapt to these new demands. We need to adapt to the new trend. We need to be always in this situation where we can set like new innovations, where we can adapt to the new demands, and that's why it doesn't surprise me. But for sure, that the importance and the meaning of it is something what maybe I underestimate a little bit.
Do you enjoy the creative aspect of approaching set pieces on your end? Coming up with something to be ingenious, to be unpredictable, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think like set piece, it starts with a culture, so you need to build like a set piece culture if you want to be good in it. It's not only bringing someone in and then say it's your responsibility. I think the whole club is responsible for that. You need to have the profile to be good at set pieces. What I mean with this is like you need to have a good taker. If you want to play like a long throw in, you need to have someone who can play like a long throw in. So first of all, it starts with the culture, then with the profile from the player, and then I think it comes back to how much time you invest in training. So it's really like a thing of planning. So how much time you want to take away from other things, for example, to outplay your opponent, to find solutions in possession. So these are all things you have to plan. And then of course you need to have the right knowledge in the team. And we hired a set piece coach with Yannick, and we are very happy to have him in. But in the end, it's not only a one-man show from him, or it can't be one guy who changes everything. It's the thing from the whole club. It's the mindset from the players. It's the mindset from me as a coach. It's the mindset from the staff. It has to be run by the culture, and on top of that, of course, you need the right profiles to be good in set pieces. You need the right takers, but you also need the right target players.
You've talked about planning and preparation. We know that a football match, I would say 70% of it is done on the training ground, all the preparation needed for fitness and tactics and so forth. When I was looking back on your last game against Wolves, it was 17 shots in total, six on target, one scored, obviously. Is it a question of not being clinical enough? And have you had enough time to work on it since it's the international break and while matches are still being played today and tomorrow?
I think we can't complain about the amount of matches. There are other teams who play more matches, so I think we have enough trainings time. Scoring goals is not only coming back to training. Scoring goals or having good actions in the games also sometimes comes back to the self belief, to the self confidence, to trusting into your own quality. Are you in the flow? Are you not in the flow? Where's your mind at the moment? So I think football and football actions from football players are not only decided by the quality, it's also decided in which mood you are, where's your mindset, like how big is your belief in your trust at the moment into your quality, how good is your flow. And I think that's something what we shouldn't underestimate. And then of course you try to bring the players during the game into these positions. You try to have a lot of shots on the goal. But the most important is that in the right moment, the right players have the right mindset and the right belief and the right trust into their quality. And then I'm sure that we will get more and more clinical during the season.
Someone who has been clinical, someone who is flying high with confidence right now is a fellow German playing for Newcastle up front. Your next opponents, he just scored during the international break as well. What are you expecting from Nick Woltemade and Newcastle?
Yeah, first of all, I'm very happy for him. I think it's not easy to come to the Premier League and adapt that quickly. He is a special profile. He's a tall target player, but also technical, very good. He has a good execution of small actions in small spaces, and on top of that, he's a great goal scorer. So overall, he's a full package of a player. He has a lot of strengths. He has a lot of self confidence at the moment, and therefore will be a challenge to defend him.
You have a lot of outstanding players yourself at Brighton, but one which has really piqued my interest, and we are a few months shy of him joining the club almost a year ago, Diego Gomez. He looks, and he is, for me, Brighton's next big thing. What's impressed you the most about him?
His attitude and his passion for football and living it every day. So I think that's something what really impresses me. Every day he tries to improve. Every day he's more than 100% on a training pitch. So it's really like his approach towards a training session, his actually performance in every training session, and then you can see it in the game. So if you train hard, if you have the right work ethic, if you have the right attitude towards the game, if you really show everyone that you have this passion for football, then you see it in the game, and he has so much energy, so much intensity. He scored now a goal for Paraguay in national games, so I'm very happy for him.
And what about the importance of someone like James Milner to help someone like Diego or any of the other players settle into the club or when you're going through perhaps a tough moment? Because his experience, it's almost unmatched. I mean, he could very well break the record from the most appearances in the Premier League very soon.
Yeah, for sure. And I think just that he has a chance to beat this record shows which personality he is and why he's coming so far, because he is just like an unbelievable role model regarding how he prepares for training, regarding how he trains during a training, how he regenerates. So it's every small margin in his preparation, every small margin in his regeneration matters, no matter if it's sleep, nutrition. I think therefore, like a lot of players can see him as a role model. On top of that, he's a great leader. So he always tries to set the standards high, no matter if it's for him personal or for others. He has the right values inside of his body. He is someone who always takes care in a very demanding way of his teammates, and I think that's something where you need in a high performance culture if you want to be successful, and he is a role model for that.
All right, my 10 minutes is almost up in 5 seconds time, so I'm gonna have to bid you adieu, but I want to wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.